All right, folks. It's all happening here with Sam and Matt and I. It's the 8th, and it is the experimental. We're doing it. So, Chris and Michelle are out of town. It's a beautiful day here at the Glass Academy, and the words were wiggly leaf, wiggly flower, and something else that didn't win. So the words are wiggly flower, and we're going to draw it up right now what Matt and I are going to create. It's going to start with, this flower is basically going to be dancing. So if we got some sort of nice stem that's really wiggly and curving and flower-esque. Then you got two leaves going like this. These are basically like dancing arms. Maybe one right here, like so. Very nice. I think the veins go that way, pointed towards the tip. Yes?
Looking
Very
good.
Up here, we're going to get a little bit radical with it, and we're going to, let's see, we're going to have to bend it. So this will come out and bend towards us. And we'll be looking at something like this. With a bunch of petals coming off of it. Now, you might say, that's kind of cheesy, you guys. And if you said that, you're totally right. Because it is kind of cheesy.
Wisconsin cheddar.
It's got some cheddar all over it, but we're going to do it. We don't mind the cheese from time to time. I had some nice provolone on my sandwich today, put it in the panini press, and it did the job.
Nice.
So, but the way we're going to do it is we'll make the leaf first, or not the leaf, the face and the flowers, which will be a bunch of this yellow bits. And then I'll hand it to you and let you hold on to that. And I'll pull the stem out, and then you'll knock that on the bench, and we'll grab a quick stick of bit, a clear bit, and put a hot bit on there, knock it on the bench. We're gonna do it like that. We'll just figure it out. It's the experimental show. I'm kind of thinking, and the only way I know how to put something together like this is similar to the way Chris does his roses. So it's going to be similar to that. If you guys have seen the roses, they're tall and delicate with two leaves, and then he puts the rose head on there and then blows on it and shapes it up. The only thing that's going to be different about it is the head of this flower is going to be a lot thicker with all the leaves on it. So we're going to have to do some extra glass and have a little extra thickness on the stem up near the top so that it's not precarious. So we'll start with a solid gather. Or we could do it blown so it's not so heavy. I think we will. We got our clear tank is over here these days. Ooh. Now I hope everyone's doing really good out there today. It should be a nice Sunday afternoon. We're probably out at the Ren Fair at this exact moment. But if you guys are new to the show, this is the experimental show where we pretty much just do something different each time. That's what we're going to do here right now. But if we could get a nice shot of the four different colors, these two ones on the side may get involved, they may not. But I'm going to do this light green, quite a few coats of it for the center of the flower. They call that the stamen. I don't know about that. Pistil. I think stamen could be like the body of an ant or something of that sort. But this is a really light color. It's kind of like we've got another color called sky blue. That's a very light blue, and you need a lot of coats for it to look dense and solid and tasty. And yeah, we don't really want it to not look tasty, that's for sure. There's 3 schmacks. I got to think about, nice. I got color right on the tip, because once I blow this out and flatten it, kind of like an acorn top, that front, that very tip of the glass is going to be the very middle of that part that we're looking at that I'm going to put the face on top of. So you got to make sure we got a lot of color on there. Puff a little air. There's the expansion. It's way too big. That's what that is. It's way too big. That's what happens with the experimental pieces. So I'm going to try and chop it in half and utilize only half of it. I think I'm going to need a little puff from you, Matt. Blow. Beautiful. I don't want to make it too delicate because we got to put a lot of leaves on top of this still. One more puff. Perfect. So now, I guess they're petals, not leaves. Now we're going to do all the petals coming off of here. So we're talking like each one's going to be like that big. Probably like two good coats of the yellow. And we can get probably 3 off of each one. I want to do this right now, put a nice crease line in with the shears so that after all this business, if it gets pushed back against itself and we can't get in there to cut it off, kind of like a pumpkin, it's got a beautiful crease that's delicate. I don't want one of the petals to pop off, and it wouldn't be very good. So we'll probably just get 1 petal off of that one. But on the next one, you could gather up a little bigger. We'll do a few off each one. All right. Yeah, that's Joey's. Joey's leaf has sold. I wanted to show you guys this burn I got yesterday. A lot of people ask about burns and whether we get them or not. It does happen. We were messing around with the pipe. I was reaching for something. I leaned back like this and sizzled it right on the pipe. But it wasn't too bad. This green's looking beautiful here right now. Give it 1 cylinder, so it's a little wider on the tip. Thank you. And we're gonna see how it cuts off of here, but I'm thinking I might not be flattening it at all. It depends on how the cut goes. So we're just gonna have to take a gander at it. I don't wanna cut it like this because that'll be the front of the flower. I almost wanna cut it like, nice, there goes my leaf too. Like this on the side, no matter what. Yes, that's the perfect size for one. So just about 100 more, Matt.
Alrighty.
Gotta love these products. No, but this is how you get your production gathering down pat. That's the only way to do it, is repetition like this. And I was just thinking today we were making these signature pumpkins, and we were making just one size, the medium size, anticipating the pre-orders for our classic 64 medium size pumpkin. And I was thinking about the fact that they literally look the same every time. So we got to purposefully make them a little bit different so they're unique, they're one of a kind. We're not robots, so we don't want them to be exactly the same. We want them to be the same enough that you order that size, that color, you know what you got, you know what you were expecting, and you got it, but it's all, each one's got its own unique character. I mean, you purposely have to do a longer stem, a shorter stem, bring them different each time so that they don't look exactly the same, because once we get into a rhythm, and Matt's got it down now with his stems, I got it down with the bodies of the pumpkin, we could totally just be pumping out the same thing every time. So here comes petal number 2. So I'm going to try not to get them too close together, just so they're touching on the bottom like 1/8 of the petal. up in there.
You want me to barber that?
That's probably fine, just like that. Just each one, if you just tap each corner and cylinderize it like that, that's gonna be fine. I'll take it like that. Just give it to me so the flat side is like this. You know what I mean? Just like that. Yep. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about. Want to get up in there? See how big it's getting already. It's getting pretty big pretty fast. What are you gonna do? Turn a little bit. Perfect. Probably one more of those, we'll get all the way around. That was nice with the long side tucking into the crevice like that.
You want one more? Off of here?
We can go for one more clear, yeah. Looks like we're gonna need 3 more, so that exact same size was perfect. There's no perfect, it's not like an octopus where every flower has 8 petals, right? It can be whatever we want it to be. 12 evens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did that on purpose, you guys. Oh, but what I did do on purpose was clean my hat today. Look at how clean the brim of that is. Pretty cool. I bought this new cleaning stuff, and then I have my great grandpa's hat cleaner where you can put it through the wash and it holds it perfectly to shape. Nice. So just expect some fresh hats these days, folks. This piece is going to be for sale if you guys fall in love with this whimsical, kind of cheesy, sweet-looking son of a gun. It will be for sale. After we get the petals on here, we're going to put a face on it. And I kind of like, as a whimsical one, maybe it's not smiling, maybe it's 2 eyes and a little O. He's like, ooh, you know? I like that. Normally, folks, I'm a stickler about moils. Keep them small. Don't put color up on them. The color is definitely my mistake. But I did purposely get a big moil on this because I knew we'd be working on it for a long time. We're also going to be, I'll be handing off the mat. He's going to be babysitting it for a little bit while we make the stem. So that was kind of a little like pre-thought situation. I can start to tell when the glass is getting a little too cold. These petals are getting too cold because the tips of each petal will actually start turning the yellow color that they are. That means it's probably below like 1200 degrees, so I need to go in for a heat ASAP. As long as I do a heat in between each one, I think I'm going to be just fine. Yes, perfect. Get one more tucked right in there. This is the last one. This is the tricky cut. You just got to get up there in the crevice and just finesse it.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Just like Vanessa Hudgens. Push those down. Go around, give them a little flattening. Here comes Vanessa. Lift up, gentle. That's tough. But we got it. I pushed down the tail of the cut mark and it made it perfect. Wow. One overall nice solid heat to get all the cut marks out of there. I'll show it to you guys here in a second now. Here now. Nice and juicy.
Look at that.
Would you look at that? That was the last one, I think, right there. Aw. Bright yellow. It's not going to be orange. It's kind of looking like Matt and my shirt right now. There we are. Would you grab a... What color do we want to do for the face? Black? White? Something bright?
It's up to you.
Let's take a look. We'll go into our lovely box of stringers. I wonder if yellow would probably burn if we used it.
Do green, similar to the stem.
Red or green. Let's see what we got size-wise. Here's a nice green right here. That's what we're gonna go for. Tell me that's like a box of crayons. Michelle talks about those all the time, but just looking at that and having all those colors to choose from, it's pretty satisfying. All right, so now comes the tender-handed work. I did have a Red Bull earlier, so we're gonna keep it real tame and just finesse it. I think if you could almost just stand up and hold it like we're gonna drop it over the top. Other way. Yeah. Let me get the other eye and then take a flash. Beautiful. You hear the sound those made? It's like whoosh, whoosh, little droplets. Now we're going for a ring. I do see the color changing on this, so I hope it doesn't stay that way. Just like that right there. This is where it's gonna get tender. Steady, Jacob, steady. Did you see that on the camera? It's pretty cute. I wonder if, take a look at it, do we need to, I don't think we need to squish it or anything, let's leave it like that. It's pretty cute. So I'll let you show that to the camera for him, and then I'll start up on the stem here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! So the stem is going to be what we sometimes refer to as Urus. Does anybody know what Urus is? Well, we don't have the comments. Nobody can answer right now. Urus is gold. I guess that's the way we'll know if you watch the experimental show, because I'll ask it on Tuesday. Who knows the answer to what Urus is?
Behind you.
So I got a nice layer, gentle layer of gold. I'm gonna do, instead of Chris where he does cut marks into the body and makes it kind of thorny like a rose, I'm just gonna do a nice cheesy golden optic twist. It's gonna look like a rope, but some naturistic plants actually kind of look like this.
He's
Sorry,
cute.
it's hidden behind the other molds, but I just went into that 12-point ribber. It's kind of like what a frog, the noise a frog makes. River. I got a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Experimental. got to think about this. Wish we had a third hand on deck here. All right, so what's next is we're gonna need to, it's gonna be facing like that. If you just set that on the bench, give it one more deep flash and then just set it on the bench and grab a clear stick-em mitt that we'll put right on the end. And then you could dump that real quick and grab that.
Grape size.
Stick it on there, yeah. This is gonna be, I'm just gonna stop talking for a moment because we need a third person for this. We're gonna do it with two because we're champions. I'll keep an eye on that. Well, we can't really move it anyway, so that's perfect. Thank you, Sam. This has gotta not be moving. Here it comes. So then you could just knock that. Yeah, I'm taking this over the top. You could take that, put shears on it, and knock it off right on the bench.
Face down?
Yep, that's perfect. Right over here. On the bench.
On the bench?
Right there. Yep. Just knock it right off. Gorgeous. Nice, Matt. Son of a. We lost the tip of a flower. Wonder if we could put a little Band-Aid over it, or if that's too cheesy. I think we just add another little yellow tip to it.
All right.
All right, we'll get a different angle on it in a second. It's cool. It's looking cool. Going to be an in the garden special, or in like a house plant. It's going for the same amount of yellow. We're going to stick it right on there as a fixer upper. Let me take one more heat. This is so precarious down here, especially with the weight of the flower on the end. I'm going to try and do something fancy here. Flatten it up just a hair so it fits the shape. Turn a little bit right there. It's nature with a face. All right, how about two green leaves, the color of the green we use for the face area on the right there.
How
You
big?
can put one coat of that and then one coat of the granny on top of it. Might look nice.
How big?
We can get both off of one nice size. What'd you say?
Behind you.
Perfect. This is just making me a little nervous being on such a long stem, so I'm really flashing a lot to the point where it's moving. But I just hope that's what's gonna save it. It's wiggling, precisely. Put a big check next to that letter.
Oh shit. Wrong one. There's a hint of yellow in it.
Would you say a hint of yellow?
Yeah, I touched it like once in the yellow.
It's all good. I don't think it'll react, we'll see. Let me get one more in there just to be extra precautious with the precarious situation.
Precariousness.
Oh, I got the leaf print ready to go. We're gonna go one there, one there. I see it. Looking right at it. Let's do it.
Nice.
Looking good, looking good. Put it a little facing the front, that's okay. Kind of looks like it's coming off his chest. I don't know where to put this second one, honestly. He's leaning hard to the left, which I was just going to fix, but it's totally the wiggle dance move. That's it. Now the real question is, do we want to do anything about the base? Is it even possible to do anything about the base of it? I kind of don't think so. So I think we should just tap it in there. Or put it on a paddle, we'll polish the bottom, and then it'll go in the plant or something like that. But
Get
there
a paddle
it is,
ready.
folks. Wiggly flower. Trying to block the sunlight. All right. Oh, we're gonna give it a little bling bling real quick. The stem's got that gold.
Behind you. Other side.
Yeah. Matt was going for the turbocharger over here. There it is.
Nice.
Sweet. All right. Let's get her off of there. Give it a little torch love.
A stamper on the bottom.
Yeah, we can stay at the bottom. That sounds amazing. I'll hold it if you, or if you hold it, I'll stamp it. Because this guy's got a glass appointment tomorrow. He's going to get some better depth perception. Let's do, I'll grab a paddle. Here, let's do it like this. A little more. All right, good. Nice. The yellow looks kind of cool in the leaves. Now it's hot. Now, there he is. He's a teeterer. He's wiggling on the board too. This guy's the wiggle master.
Nice.
That's tight.
In the box.
Very nice. All right. Well, that's how we do it when Chris and Michelle aren't in town. Matt gets on the camera and we just get after it. If we take a look at this drawing down here, I'd say the only thing that's different is that. But it turned out amazing. There it is. He's like, ooh, I got the dance moves. But that's that, folks. We're going to get back to business. We got more than enough business to get after right now. So Matt and I are working till 5 today, and hope you guys are having just a ridiculous weekend. It's just gorgeous weather. This is glass-blowing weather all day. This is going to be Matt's first cold season in the shop, so he's getting accustomed to it, but we're doing it. Have a beautiful week. Over and out.
See you later.